What is going on, you guys? In today's video, I am going to be telling you guys how I remade G-Eazy and Tyga's new song, Bang. So before I go into this video, if you guys find this video helpful in any way, please hit that subscribe button, like, share it with your producer friends, whoever. I want to keep pumping these out. I'm going to keep doing a bunch of these for you guys. I just need to know what songs you guys want to hear in the comments below. It will help me out a lot. And without further ado, guys, if you want to follow me on Instagram too, it's at IamGkey. I'll post it right here for you. Go ahead and check that out. I'm posting like beat videos every day. I'll be posting some remakes on there too. But without further ado, I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna play the original real quick, and I'm gonna play mine. I'm gonna skip through it a little bit so I don't get copyrighted, but yeah. Alright, so then here's mine. Okay, then we'll go into this part. I forgot to add one part to this real quick, my bad. This thing right here is kind of important. So, what I do for all these, like I said, if you guys watch my previous ones, you'll know how I do this. Is all I have to do right here is add a little filter here. I was lazy and didn't add it just so like. So what I do, guys, is how I get these melodies. So how I got this melody is there's two ways you can do it, but the main way I do it is I record this part into Edison. So I open up an instance of Edison right here. Open up a new one to show you guys how to do it. If you guys are interested in trying this yourself, open this up in Edison. Okay, yeah, let's open this up. And then we have it loop. We have on play. So we'll do this. We'll hit this button. Click. Okay, so once that's done, all I do is I come over here. Let me delete this, and I'll click detect pick. Click this little thing right here, detect pitch regions. So now we have all the bass notes to this track. We have C, C, F, C, and then we have a C sharp as well. It's not in this because I only did a little preview of it, but it is in there, I promise you. And so how I got the sounds, I sampled the sound. So I went to the part with the most stable note when it was completely high up, like this. Recorded this note right here into an Edison file. Just that note, really short and simple and to the point. Let's see, this is it. No, sorry, that wasn't it. That was the other part. Anyway, all I did is I'll show you that real quick just so you guys can see. On play, we do it. We have it looped, so we click on play. Okay, so I let the full note play out. I turn this off. Come over here. We select the next region. Go to the next one after that because we don't want this one. So now we have the note. All I do is I throw that in my MIDI file right here, which is this one right here. Drag that note literally in here. And then I write it with the bass notes, and then we have the exact same melody that we, of this track. And this can be done with any song, believe it or not. Even if there's like half times, gross, you know, anything on it, it can be done with pretty much any song to detect that region. The only one that's kind of hard to do on, I guess, is if it's like a, you know, if it starts with an 808, it'd be kind of hard to do that. Or if, you know, there's a lot going on. I mean, some crazy counter melodies or something, you know, just something weird. But for them, like, so that's literally the MIDI. That's it. You guys can see a lot of you guys, even myself, I do this a lot. Is, you know, we get really caught up in melodies, but you can see something is just having a very catchy sound with a, you know, smooth, like a smooth pattern, I guess you could call it. Can really give you a lot, you know, give the artist a lot of room to work with and let you have more room in your track for bounce. So without further ado, I'm gonna play this. Now I'm gonna go into the drum section. So I'm gonna let the drums kick in. I'm gonna explain it to you what I did. Okay, so going into the drum section, actually before we go into the main drums, they do this cool little loop here. Like, again, it's something else you don't really hear too much in like regular songs, but this is what separates the, you know, like the average producer. I feel like from like the great producers that work with artists and stuff is their ability to just like get these bounces and stuff in their drums that it just separates them. So I'm gonna sip this and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so also shout out Cody for the drum kit. He did not give me this kit. I bought it. It's an amazing kit that has so many sounds in it. Anyway, this is the hi-hat pattern he has. He's a hi-hat hitting on a snare, then like a slowed down hi-hat pattern. So that's what I heard. I had to put it on a third step, make it really small to get those notes in there right, but you know, it might be off by a tad bit, but I really don't think it is. So that's all it is, just a hi-hat, and he has a snare on that. And then for the regular drums, this is the pattern of the drums. That clap's way too weak. There's a symbol there to note. This is the 808 pattern. The 808 is following the kick, and how I get my kick pattern is literally just listen to it. I'm gonna turn this off real quick. I'm sorry, hold on. You can listen like dun, 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 dun. And you literally listen to it, and then you max your kicks up just by listening to the sound. So if I mute everything, just have the kicks in there, like you would hear, you obviously hear in your ear when the kicks are off. Okay, so that's literally how you know the kick pattern's right, and that's, like I said, just listen to your ear and just play somewhere you need to go. You know, this has a simple of like that 100 clap pattern, that like 105 to like, I guess 95 pattern. So with the claps, and once again, this is mine playing over his, so you can just like verify that they're sounding synchronized. So I take it the 808. Now we're gonna go into the hi-hats. Once again, if you listen. So the hi-hats, you can hear, I think they are perfectly lined up there. That took a little while to get. Hi-hats will take a while because you gotta really zoom into it to see the pattern, you know what I mean? Like, it's harder to just straight up hear it, but if you really like listen to it, you can get it eventually. So, you know, the pattern just has some the 1/3 steps in there. Like right here, you know, just some basic 1/3. And then the 808 sound I use is another one from Cody's drum kit. So what I'm gonna do is time for you guys. So now verse is his. So you can hear they're similar, I think they're identical. I would say I think it's trying to be one little thing I missed, but nonetheless, that part, the 808, like I said, mine's more punchy because I didn't mix this down yet completely or anything, so that's why it sounds like that. But yeah, so going into, I still have some other things I want to talk about. I have, like I said, just the cymbal. You have to really listen to this one too, because you're gonna hear it's like you hear something but you're not sure what it is. It's this crash. So is that crash coming in? Whatever, we're gonna go with it. And then the next thing, the hard part about this track was this vocal shop, because as you guys know, if you're producing trap or anything like that, finding vocal shops is tough. And this one was the exact same. I was looking through my Splice, you know, my Splice library, trying to find something similar I could use, but I'm like, you know, I want this to sound identical to it. So what I did is I loop this part when this vocal first comes in. And so how I caught this vocal is I added this EQ. You can see it's going to be a very weird shape in, but this is where your vocals are going to sit. So I did this. So what I did with that was I recorded that in Edison, that piece, and I put it into mine. And the reason why I only did that part, it lasts a tad bit longer, and that's because I didn't want the drums to overlap with it. Like there's a clap coming in, like, and I didn't want that clap in there. It like kind of lasts over the clap, but I didn't want the clap coming in at mine because it would have sounded just very weird. So I just have that, and I have some reverb and delay on it. As you can hear, it sounds a little bit off, but here's mine. Up. That was practically it, guys. Like I said, these aren't too hard to make. They definitely take some time to do, but they're not extremely difficult to do once you understand the basics of how, with music theory and how songs are made. You can really get the hang of something like this. So I want to make this short and sweet for you guys. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to connect with me, I love talking to you guys. So please shoot me a message below. Share this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead, shoot me a DM on Instagram if you're interested. And I will be releasing a melody kit. I'm going to use in some of these next videos that you guys can hear. Melody or drum kit, one of the two I'll release. I think a melody kit, because I love just sitting there making melodies. So I'm probably going to release a melody kit for you guys. It's only going to be $5, and you're going to get like 15, 20 melodies. So that's, I feel, a really good deal. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. But other than that, guys, I'm going to play both beats real quick, and then you guys be the judge and let me know in the comments. So without further ado, guys, we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Hey.